I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA.
Yo, this is the Hungry Millennial. I'm Tommy, aka On The Spot Guy. Follow me on Instagram, like, share, subscribe to my page. I'm documenting 365 days of the hustle and the grind, trying to get a business that I started 3 weeks ago off the ground. I'm currently displaced. I stay in my car. I chose to do that because it's cheaper, it's easier for me to fund money back into my business, as well as keeping me on the grind. I hit the gym to take a shower, etc. So I also have to be physically fit for the military as well. I'm Army First Lieutenant, so I got to stay on top of that as well. But hey, keeps me in the gym, keeps me motivated, keeps me pumped. I got a separate address. I get most of my clothes out of my storage shed that I paid for up here in Chicago. Let's get down to it. Today I want to talk about success and failure. With a lot of things in life, you'll tell people your small ideas, they're big to you, right? You dreamed, you hoped, you wished. You're like, this is the thing. You're like, this idea is colossal, right? And everybody sits around and talks about that vision. And then when you go and look for help with getting it started off the ground, with getting it moving in the right direction, nobody's there to be found, right? I wanted to start a media company. Then it was an app. The app is still something that I want to do eventually. But it's also one of those things where it takes a lot of time, energy, and money, right? That brings me to kind of the thought process behind the whole money thing. Sometimes we have the money that we need, but it's just in another area, right? So we got to take that, scrape that up, and put it in another pot, right? That's what I did with my detailing company. I just took the money and then I resurfaced it, right? Instead of paying for Airbnb, I sleep in my car, and then, when I can afford a room, then that's when I go get a room, right? It's probably the ultimate bottom level of trying to search for your dreams. Obviously, you can probably find the money in other ventures. I started a GoFundMe account. There was two individuals who put money in there. Shout out to Adam Green. And shout out to the other gentleman. I didn't get his permission to say his name. But it was one of those things, both of those individuals, I had touched their lives along the way. So they were more inept to invest in me and my vision and my grind, because they know when I make it, they gonna make it, right? So it's all about, everybody talks about, I'm gonna eat with the people that I came up with. I'm gonna help them out, whatever. But a lot of those same people that are saying those same things aren't willing to be selfless and help and sacrifice for others, right? They're not willing to help other people chase their dreams. I never thought that the money would come, in that big of amount to help me out, right? At that time, though, it helped me get through some bills, right? So I had to recirculate. I cashed out my 401k actually to start this business. So I used that money to, plus the money that I raised for the GoFundMe, to pull together to get a laptop. I eventually got a laptop, purchased some software. I pay for it every month. So every day I got to go out there, grind and hustle, making quick money with Uber. I can cash that out at the end of the night. Right now I'm a little short on bills, but that's all being hashed out. Which brings me to my pet peeve is it amazing how banks could take the money, right, but they can't refund it back right away, right? So I had a bill that was supposed to come out on the 30th, and apparently since that there was a weekend that fell, they had to wait till the 2nd. So I went ahead and paid it, because through their account and by their knowledge, I hadn't paid it. So it said past due. So I'm like, nah, I ain't got no past due bills. I'm gonna go ahead and take that and square that away. So I made that happen, and then I called them, and it was just very, very frustrating. And what I could have done was I could have got, all negative Nancy and been like, okay, you know what? They digging in my pockets. They hurt my pockets. Ooh, I'm so mad at this bank, whatever. But then I thought about it, And I was like, man, like I've been, really blessed to be on this journey that I'm on right now. So let's stay positive, uplift my spirits, right? So that's why I decided to produce this video a little bit earlier because I'm gonna have to shift my schedule around, right? So, one of the biggest things when you feel like you're at a point where you're failing is there is success in that failure, because there's a learning point that you found at some point, like, hey, I might not have reached my goal at this point in time, or my goal maybe had to be carried over to the next day, but I'm not off track, right? I can use that knowledge to insert into something else, right? So, when you're passionate about something, you keep it moving, you stay positive, you surround yourself around positive people. Today I talked to my dad. It was very uplifting because he moved to Orlando, Florida next Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna be in Carbondale, helping him repair some of his rental houses. I'm also get an opportunity to bond with my little cousin, CJ Davis, which he has found, it's a very awesome story because he has found refuge in doing things that I was forced to do as a child, like working on houses, hammering nails, fixing plumbing, etc. So all of those things have served as an outlet for him, because right now our generation falls into a gap where it becomes really hard to find something that we want to do in life, right? Not everybody set out to be a doctor, a lawyer, the craft jobs, like the trade jobs and things like that. They're huge because not everybody's looking into them. So become that plumber. That's why I became that detailer, because everybody needs a car detail, right? But not everybody's gonna put the passion into their craft like I put in my craft. I have fine detail brushes that I literally take to everybody's rod. I'm in there, I'm in the vents, dusting it out, and then at the same time, I'm, sucking all the dust out of the vents, making it look immaculate, right? I don't put any type of gloss or shine or anything on there until I know that dashboard and that area has been steam cleaned, and there is no debris there, right? So that's my method, because I believe in creating a long-lasting product, right? So that's how you have to look at your life. You have to be able to look at your life, see where you're at, reassess, and create something that's long-lasting. Create a foundation. If you create a foundation, your failures are only going to be those bricks that you're going to create that foundation with, right? And then from that foundation, you can build all the skyscrapers in the world, right? People will come to you for advice out of nowhere, right? But it takes that grit to take your failures and turn into success. Another thing, like today I could have completely given up on my intro and my outro. I'm very novice at this. I just spent, a couple hours on YouTube, which is huge, right? You want to learn a craft or a trade, go to YouTube. YouTube is what's up, right? Because everybody's giving free knowledge. They want them likes. They want that subscribe, right? So they're out there, they're out there putting in the work, right? So you go to YouTube, make it happen, right? Anything that you want to learn, I almost guarantee there's at least a sentence or a verb or a paragraph on YouTube of how to do it. And they'll even tell you where to get the software. That's where I found the software for my actual intro and outro. I went to FlixPress, flixpress.com. At FlixPress, they have a bunch of different presets. You can record, you drop your own name in there, then you can record, add your own sound, add your own pictures. As you can tell with my intro, it has the same things as well. So, my guidance to you, being a hungry millennial is a process, right? It's a process. I'm always hungry. It's pretty crazy. When I was a kid, they used to call me Foo because I used to eat a lot of food. I don't know how you just create that name out of nowhere. However, it worked. So it stuck to me, and that was my name, right? But it was a process. I used to love food, right? So my thing is you got to stick to the process, right? Look at your failures as just a part of the process, right? Keep it moving. Don't give up. You got to keep it moving. Don't give up, right? Tonight, I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to hit the gym because I told myself that I was going to hit the gym at least every other day. If I'm not in the gym every other day, then I feel terrible, right? Because, ultimately driving can take a toll on your body. And you don't want that to happen. So, I just want to leave you guys with encouragement. Stay motivated. You got to, work, train, and then work even harder. Hard work. Nothing successful happens, or nothing that you can carry on in life ever happens without hard work. So stay working hard, stay grinding, stay motivated. This is the Hungry Millennial. I am Tommy. Find me on Instagram at On The Spot Guy. Like and share and subscribe. Thank you very much.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA.